tomorrow, so I gotta sit here with a line of like 20 fucking trucks. So I figured, fuck it, I'm going live. Got a little bit of vape mail. I'm glad you got the notification. Figured I'd go live because I ain't been live in a few days, and yeah. Are we live? Yeah, we're live. Holy shit. I think we're live. Check. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me, but we'll see. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, yeah. Cool. We are live. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Here. Go there. Oh, man. It's been forever. I don't even know if I fucking remember how to do this shit. Honestly. We get down on the board there. Right. Oh, okay, let's do the get rid of that fucking thing. Boom. All right, fucker. All right. What's going on, people? What up? It's been a fucking minute, man. Shit. I'm fucking red, too. Probably because of my fucking light, but, you know, it is what it is. So, it's been a long fucking time, man. I've just been busy, people. Been busy, man. Busting my ass mile after fucking mile, doing my thing. I actually got some time on my hands, so I figured, fuck it. I ain't got nothing else to do. I like the live button. See what everybody in this community's been up to since I ain't been in this fucking community forever. Hell, don't even know if it still exists or not. But, you know, I figured, fuck it, I'll check and see. Why not? Yeah, are vaping shows even a thing anymore? Like, they still exist or what? Because I have no idea. You know, I guess so used to hearing people say vaping is dead and blah, 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 that, you know, I'm kind of starting to believe it. But, you know, it is what it is. But I've been around, just around, not like, kind of like heard but not seen, if that makes any sense. But just I haven't had time to really watch fucking YouTube videos or anything. I did get an invite to go on a live show, uh, but it, if I did go on this show, it would probably piss a lot of people off. Only because, you know, I'm like the most hated person in fucking YouTube in this community anyway. But and I told the person, I was like, yeah, I mean, just, you know, I'll let you know when I can. And, you know, I don't think that that person was serious about it. I think they kind of just said it at like spur of the moment type of thing, maybe. But like asked me that question. But I bet if they like thought about it, they're probably like, nah, it probably wouldn't be a good idea. But I mean, I guess since vaping's dead, who knows? It might be up for it. But they're like, yeah, let's should come on my show and we can see how many people we can piss off. I'm like, that is true. You know, you would probably piss a lot of people just for my appearance. Not even with me saying anything. Like I could just be sitting there and vaping. You could be talking, whatever, doing your stuff that you do, and probably piss a lot of people off. But you know, I did catch a live show the other day, and they started talking about like old school shit, like shit that was back in the day, like before a lot of people that are around now were even a fucking thing or even existed, for that matter. it kind of brought me down memory lane and shit. I was like, yeah, it shows some funny shit. And they got to ask, and they were like, man, where the fuck is everybody at? Like, nobody gives a fuck anymore. Like, and and then I started like thinking about that too, and I was like thinking about this person. Where the fuck is that person? This other person came up, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, yeah, that's where they're at. They're probably at the point where they just don't give a shit anymore. You know what I mean? Like, that's why they're not around. Which I don't blame them. You know, I don't. Like, I don't even know how boring this community got as far as YouTube goes. Because like, I haven't been around, so like, I don't know, are live shows like really a thing? Do a lot of people like watch them like regularly or what? Like, I don't know if it's a fucking thing or not. Oh man, I think I pretty much. I'm surprised I was able to start this fucking live. Like, it's been so long. I mean, compared to what I used to be back in the day, like 20 fucking lives a day. If you know me, you know. But it's just, I don't know, man. Kind of just got bored with it. Just grew out of it, and I was just like, this is not exciting anymore. It's just boring. It's like blah. So I'm just like, I ain't worried about it, you know. And I've moved on to, better things. At least in regards for myself, anyway. I don't, not nobody else. For myself, yeah. I am enjoying a new job though. Definitely enjoying the new job, especially the fucking money. Like, and it's almost like I work less and I make more, which is just awesome in itself. Like, it's like I barely have to do anything, and I make way more than I used to. It's definitely different. I'm like, definitely different. And you know, there's a couple people I do miss chit chat with, stuff, talk to on a regular basis. A couple people I just shoot a line every now and then, holler at them every now and then. That's it. Other than that, just been too fucking busy, man. Like, I think I'm the busiest I've ever been in my fucking life when it comes to like, everyday lifing, whatever you want to call it, for lack of a better term. But, and if I do pop in a live show every now and then, if I see somebody that I recognize, like, hey, what's going on, shit like that. But see how they're doing and everything, asking, the whole normal, hope everything's going good, shit like that. But, eh, oh man, but yeah, I mean, I'm doing good, man. Although I think I broke a record in the most resets that one could do in like fucking week. Somehow managed to get like I'll have my third one for those of you that don't know what the fuck that is. Basically allowed 70 hours a week to do your job, and you can't work over that. Like, it's a federal law per se, and you can't go over that. It's like 70 hours, 8 days type of shit. And I managed to get 3 of those in. And normally I don't like doing that shit. I just like keep going. Like every day at midnight, like the 8th day at midnight, you get more whatever hours you did the 8th day or whatever. And I just they call that recap, and I just like to keep doing that. I don't like stopping and sitting because I'd rather sit. If I'm gonna sit, I'd rather sit at home, in a house that I have, like instead of out here on the road. So that's another cool thing about this the job. I'm home a lot more. So a lot more than I used to be. And but I think I broke a record with that. Never thought I'd be able to say that, but I did, and it's okay. 'Cause, like I said, I do less and make more. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. I never thought it was possible, but yeah, it is. Man. It really is. My health's good. Finances are good. I mean, for a lack of a better way to put it, life is good. I never thought I'd get to this fucking point. I actually got there. Like, I'm sort of shocked, but I'm not. And it's just, it's like invigorating. You know, like I never thought I would be at this certain point ever. And it's almost like just by me dropping this YouTube shit that it's I don't know if it kind of sped it along or helped it, but yeah, it's pretty good. And I did start another channel. It's going to be about trucking stuff. Shit that you don't talk about baby wise and all that crap. I'm going to get me a couple different cameras. Do some driving angles, different while I'm driving, see shit. I'm going down the road, and I want to get a drone too because I watched this one guy who when he does his videos, it's just fucking amazing. Like he has this fucking drone floating up in the air, and it's moving along with his truck, and like see him backing his shit up and everything, like from a bird's eye view. I think that's cool. I'd like to do something like that. Different angles. Just talk about like what I do every fucking day. Since a lot of people, this is not what I do is not really a job. It's more like a lifestyle. A lot of people, it's not they can't try to come in and do what I do, and they can't handle it. They can't do it. The biggest thing being they can't be away from home for like long fucking periods of time. I don't like it doing that, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? So yeah, I do what I do, and I think my first video because I'm gonna be getting a brand new 2023 truck. So I think that's the first video I'm gonna do and put up on it, like I don't know, like not a review of it, but like I guess like a first impression of it, kind of like with the vape shit. Um, I'll probably do something like that and everything. And I'm definitely not going to show the name of my company this time. I know something better than that. I know better than that. But, and there's already been a few fucking jackasses that found the channel and all this and subscribed, and I'll be blocking them as well because that's not going to be that type of channel. It's not going to be drama. It's not going to be none of that shit. It's basically going to be like my experiences of being out on the road, what I do and shit like that. That's what it's going to be. More of, I guess you could say, like a serious type of fucking channel, maybe. Serious but fun. Not like, but just a whole different, it's like a refreshing thing for me. It's something that I thought about doing like a long time ago, even before like when I started watching fucking vape videos and seeing what people did, stuff like that. Thought did come across my mind about, why not film what you do for a living, because it's not like an everyday job. So give other people a perspective as to like what kind of shit you have to deal with every day, and what you have to go through, and what you have to do every day, whatnot like that, shit like that. But I just never I never went through with it. I was like, I don't, you know. And then I got involved with vaping stuff. Well, and then that just seemed like an easier thing to go to. And so I said, fuck it, I'll go ahead and do that. Why not? And then I did it. Then it went from that to, well, the whole drama thing, and I seemed to be good at it, so I fucking went with it. People seemed to like that I did it, so I went with it. It wasn't even like I didn't even take it seriously. Like it was just more of like a pastime for me, like just the way to pass time for me to get the miles down the road, have a fucking bunch of laughs while I'm doing it. Like, yeah, I mean, I just didn't like that. I was like, yes, that's cool. Yeah, but uh, plus, like, there's the whole stigma of like, you know, I wanted to start like something from scratch. You know, there's only like one person that really got me subs on my original channel, and it wasn't even that many. You know, you know, and plus obviously the people that I put on the channel, so like that got me more subs too. But it's just like I want to start something from scratch, something new. And I already know there's a few fucking people that as soon as they fucking make a comment, they're just gonna get blocked because they don't know shit about what I'm gonna be talking about on my other channel. Like it's not even in their fucking wheelhouse. Like so why would you go? I mean I know why you're over there, but it's not gonna work over there. So, other than I don't know how. Right now I'm actually sitting in Alabama, freaking Bama. It's fucking hot. It's fucking nighttime. It's fucking 95 degrees. Fucking, I was in. Let's see. I went from Iowa to Missouri, Missouri over to Illinois, and then Illinois to fucking Oklahoma City, and then I'm ending up here. And like while I was in Oklahoma, I swear to God, I'm not even lying. Like it reached 111 fucking degrees. I was like, holy shit! Like I would go to the truck stop, take a piss, grab a bite to eat or something, and just walking from the truck to the building, like I felt like I was like my breath was taken away, and I felt almost sick, like it was that fucking hot. Like I was like, man, I don't know, I think this year is like been one of the hottest years from the previous past for me. Anyway. Who knows? It's probably from global warming or whatever that bullshit. Oh man, I've been listening to a lot of news stations lately, and the one thing I find that irks me to no end is like, and it's all of them that say this. They all say this. The big ones, they all say the media this, the media that, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I catch myself yelling at the fucking radio, like, what are you fucking talking about? You are the media. Like, don't act like you're not. Like, you all say this shit. And it's just it's one of the things that's like just irks the fuck out of me. Like you act like you're excluding yourself as a whole away from the rest of the media when you are the fucking media, you know. And that's just some of the shit that's been going on. Like that stupid what the fuck is her name? AOC or fucking whatever. I don't know who the fuck let that teeny bopper in the fucking government. That bitch has no fucking business being in government. She's a fucking jackass and whatnot. Like it's just some of the shit, and it seems like it's getting crazier and crazier. Like every day goes by. You think just when you think you heard it all or something like this, the craziest. The next day, something even crazier comes out. Like the last story that I was listening to. Apparently, this dude in Indiana, there was a shooter in a mall, and this dude, a law-abiding citizen with a carry permit, was in the mall, and if it wasn't for him, more people would have died. I think they said like three people died, but more would have died. And of course, the opposite side, oh, he should have been there with that, and this and that. It's almost like they wanted more people to fucking die. It's like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, the dude fucking, he's a fucking hero. He is. Like, more people would have died if he wasn't there. And then they go into like this one bitch, I forget her name. She's like, I used to do fucking shit with guns and blah 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 this and that, and that was a difficult shot and this and that and everything. So what? Like he did it. He saved, and the best analogy for that story that I heard was the whole C word scenario. Like it didn't stop the infection. Like it didn't kill the infection, but it stopped the spread. Like it was the best analogy that I heard when it came to that story, comparing it to that C word shit. It was pretty it was spot on in my opinion. But like it was fucking stupid, man. The way that the other side was saying shit. It was kind of pissing me off. Like I caught myself screaming at the radio, like you're fucking. And then right after all this, well, I'm already fucking like, what the hell? A tweet pops up on my Twitter with Mr. POTUS himself talking a bunch of dumb shit, and I, being me, I tweeted him back saying you're a fucking moron. What I said, so what you're saying is you're a moron and you're a liar, and all you do is steal other people's speeches and act like they're your own because you can't do shit. And what you're doing now is just basically mimicking the previous fucking POTUS because you can't do shit on your own because you can't put a fucking coherent sentence together any fucking way. And I said you're a fucking idiot. You're a moron. You should just resign because you single-handedly destroyed this fucking country. It's in a hell in a handbasket. So like, I doubt I'll get a response, but it is what it is. But it was funny though, because when I went to go tweet it, people don't normally tweet stuff like this, and then it gives you an option to edit or just tweet it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's new. I guess the shit that I was saying before was nicer, so it just never popped up like that. I don't know. Fucking funny. It was hilarious. But and then like here lately, I'm catching myself getting like bitter and angry the more I listen to the news. Like, it's crazy. It's like I know I gotta turn that off for a little while, listen to some music, or do something else because like I find myself getting irritated and just like because it's the same shit every single day, and it doesn't matter what media outlet you go to, it's the same shit. And then like the next day comes, and then it's the same shit but reworded, regurgitated differently. Like a lot of other things, or like a lot of other people do, because they just have nothing to say, really. And it was just like fucking annoying. I kind of like limit myself in it. Like I'll listen to it like when I first get up and I'm having like coffee in the morning to see if maybe there's something new that pops up, but majority of the time it don't. So it's like, what the fuck? Why bother? And so yeah. So I'm big into that now. I have no idea why. And then, like I got this wild hair up my ass, and I was just like, all the bed shitting I used to do, my hair kind of got long and tangly and shit. So one of them just kind of went up in my butthole, and I was just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do another YouTube channel, but totally and utterly something way different than this shit, vape stuff and all that. And plus, like watching the other people that do the same shit that I've done, like they all did the typical. In that community, it's typical of when you first get your CDL, and then you go from there. And like, obviously, I can't do that because I've been doing this shit 20 plus years. So I'm gonna go from a different point of view or a different aspect of, okay, I'm gonna start 20 years later, and then talk about my experience of it, and then maybe go backwards a little bit, point out different things and shit that I've seen, stuff like that, and what I've experienced already, and just talk about that, like a different approach. And just try to get some of the stupidest shit, try to film some of the stupidest things that I see out here. Like, just for instance, at this truck stop I'm at in the middle of nowhere, Alabama, okay, I'm parked in a spot, and I'm facing the fuel line, okay? Like, I can see all the backs of the truck. Well, I counted seven fucking truck drivers go past me around the other side to the other side of the fuel line where you're facing the actual front of the trucks. Now, the logical thing for that, you would think that they would do, is there's nowhere to go over. So they would just do a U, go back around. Nope. All seven of them went through the fucking fuel outlets the wrong fucking way. Seven of them. Seven people. I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, and they would probably be the same people sitting like where I'm sitting, making fun of these people. Like, what are you doing, you dumbass? Like, it's one way. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Like, literally, I thought about taking my GoPro, getting that headband thing, wearing my fucking thing on my head, and just walking around when I go to church. Just walk around doing what I do, kind of like a first person view, I guess. I don't know what you fucking call it. Or you wouldn't see my face, but you would see what the fuck I'm looking at, what I'm doing, and everything. I thought about doing that, or the whole chest thing, or whatever. And like, I don't know. I feel like I really want to get in like the drone thing, and like I could be sitting here on my truck and just like get a fucking aerial shot of where I'm at. You know, different things that I see. Hopefully, capture something that's fucking exciting, like a fucking. I'm near a highway and I go up in here, a fucking police chase or some shit comes by or some shit. That'd be fucking cool. And the thing that like why I decided to fucking go this route with this other channel is because like there's more involved to it. It's not just okay, put a camera on a table, show this little fucking device, and then put a camera on my face and just talk about it. It's like I can put cameras at different fucking angles while I'm moving, and you actually got to piece the shit together, somehow. And like if there is spot, like there's one angle with that is like you have an angle on the road, seeing you driving, and then you have another angle like facing you, so they can see your face, but they can also see the road while you're driving, and shit like that. You got to do something like that, or you put like a camera on the outside of like the driver's side or passenger side, and you can see the side view going down the road, or obviously the front one and shit. And like when you go to a place to back up, like position shit to show you fucking doing your maneuver and whatnot. It just different angles and shit. I get to fuck around with different angles and stuff. And that type of filming, you more or less want it like a GoPro type of camera. You don't put no hoity-toity ass fucking Sony camera up or some shit like that. You just slap a bunch of GoPros everywhere and fucking just go. Just drive, You drive and then you talk. Which, ironically, or maybe not, I can do a lot of while I'm driving. So you'll probably get a lot more out of me doing that than fucking sitting and drive, sitting in a fucking truck and talking. So I just something new, something different that I figured I'd like to give a go at it, and see what happens. Like I put, what's funny about this, I already got 2 videos up, and these people, there's a lot of people that think it's fucking me. It's not me. What it is, it's a buddy of mine that also drives. Believe it or not, I do have friends outside of this fucking dumb shit. He was at a place and delivering a fucking thing, and he took the video and he sent it to me, and I was like, the fuck? And it's basically people using a forklift with another forklift on top of it to get this fucking thing out, because they don't have docks. If you don't have a dock, you got to fucking do it by hand. But the thing they were getting out of this truck was about as wide as the truck and as tall as the truck. So, they had to basically lift the forklift up in the trailer. Then the dude drove the forklift to the fucking thing, and he brought it to the back. Then he drove the forklift on the fucking fork, so the forklift on the ground. And then what they did, basically they pulled that piece at the end, and then dropped the forklift that was on the forks on the other one down. And then he grabbed it and put it out. I never seen something like that. So I was like, I'm gonna put that shit on. I'm gonna put that shit on the channel. It was crazy. Like I had never seen somebody do shit like that. It was kind of like a little bit of thinking there, like to get the shit done. And they do a lot of people do shit like that in this industry that I'm in. They do kind of creative shit like that, and it's cool to capture it on film or video, not film, because you don't film. You're not using film. It's digital. So. But it's just cool shit that I see, like, and I'm hoping, like, while I'm driving, like, that some people, I mean, it sucks to say, but like, see the tragic accidents and shit, I can capture them, like, so you can see, like, the shit that I actually see on a regular fucking basis, like fatality accidents, fucking mangled up trucks and cars and shit on it because people do stupid shit. It's a real thing, which to this day I don't understand. Like, earlier today, I was driving across Interstate 22, and coming to Mississippi and then Alabama, and fucking, just some of the dumb shit that people were doing. Like, and the typical thing that always happens is you'll be driving, okay, and I don't know if it's like a magnetic thing or what the fuck it is, but you'll be driving and then a car will come up at you and it just stop, like not stop, but like just sit there and float with you. Like, are you a fucking moron? Like, you're this itty bitty little fucking car next to this 80,000 pound thing. And you just want to hang with it? Like, nah. If I'm in a car, I'm gonna get the fuck out of the way. Like, they want to hang, like, and I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. It's fucking crazy. And like, that happens all the fucking time. It's nothing new, really. It's annoying as fuck, especially when you're trying to get over. Or the second thing is when you're fucking driving and they're hanging back there. They're not. You're still up ahead. They're hanging. But as soon as you turn that fucking turn signal on, bam, they hit that gas. It's like, if you're gonna pass me again, why don't you just hit the fucking gas and be the fuck out of the way? It's like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, what is your malfunction? Like, seriously. And like, there was something else that was like, it was just fucking. The other thing is when they do pass you, like, they want to go fast. They do want to pass you, but then they'll get in front of you and then they'll slow the fuck down. Like, what's the purpose? What is the purpose of this? Serious. You're not accomplishing anything except being a dumbass, and that could possibly get you killed or hurt or whatever. And my personal favorite of all of them, honestly, and this is like, it's almost like a suicide move. Like, and I'm like, what the fuck is going through people's heads when they do this shit? But the one thing for me that is just like my favorite thing is like when you're driving down the road, right? Okay, you're driving down the road, you see up ahead, you see like an on ramp, like you get on the fucking freeway, right? Well, you're driving, you get right up at that part where they're just gonna, and then it's like they expect you to move the fuck out of the way. No, that's not how it works. The people already on the fucking highway have the right of way. It is a courtesy thing for them to move over and let you in. They don't have to, because it's a fucking merging lane. It's called, you hit the gas, and then you go, and guess what? You don't even come up the traffic because you're already fucking down the road. But they won't do that. They'll creep up in their point, and then they'll ride the fucking right shoulder, and then gun the shit, and then cut you off on the right side. That is the stupidest thing anybody could fucking do. And I'm just waiting for one of these days. I'm driving down the road, and it's like, boom. For me, the best thing is, guess what? I got a fucking cattle pusher on the front, like a big ass fucking tubular fucking steel fucking thing. You're not gonna hurt my truck. Your shit's gonna get hurt. And then if you survive it, right? That's a big if. Um, you're gonna think, oh, I got you now. I'm getting paid. I'm getting a new car. I'm getting this. No, you ain't. Because you know why? Because trucks today, and a lot of people don't understand this, or they don't even, it could be in plain English on the side of the truck, and when the car passes it, they see it, but they don't pay no mind. But there's a fucking camera on my fucking dashboard. Not one I put there. It's one that came with the fucking truck. So if I have to tap my brakes a little bit harder than usual, or evasive, like move out real quick, it's gonna kick down and record. And then when it does that, it's gonna record my ass plummeting into your ass, and you flipping around doing all this that. But guess what? It's gonna show you passing me on the fucking right shoulder. You're fucking at fault right away. I got you. There's nothing you can tell a cop. Because what's going to happen is if you do survive this and you get out of the vehicle and I pull over, what's going to happen is the cops are obviously going to be called. They're going to come, right? They're going to sit there and they're going to want the insurance information from both parties, the license, the whole 9 yards, and that. Then the cops are probably going to go to you, going to ask you what happened. You're going to come up with some cockamamie fucking bullshit story, and then the cop's going to come to me, and you know what I'm going to say? Hold on a second, I'll get you video footage of what actually happened. And then I'm going to go to this little thing on the phone, I'm going to download the video, and I'm going to show the cop, this is what happened. Guess what? Not only are you fucked, because your car's probably totaled, if you, again, live through it, and then the damage on my shit, you're going to have to pay for your shit in my shit, and I'm going to be laughing the whole fucking time because you were a dumb fucking moron and don't know how to drive. And that's like my favorite thing. I'm just waiting for one of these days for that. I'm just waiting for it. It's not a matter if, it's more like a matter of when. And the thing is, like, while I'm driving, I'm just going to drive because whilst I maintain my lane, as long as I'm maintaining my lane and staying between them lines, and a schmuck like you comes over and fucking just, hey, I was maintaining my lane, and out of nowhere, this fucking schmuck just right out. Nothing I can do, officer. Nothing I can do. You can clearly see it on the video. There's nothing I can do. So it is what it is. What's up, Cheesecake? Duke Nukem, what's going on, man? How you been? What's up, Big Red? But what's up, Minor? But yeah, like it's fucking. It's fucking funny, like some of the shit. Like I want to capture it on video because people can talk about this shit, and a lot of people do talk about it. They say this shit and all that, but it's almost a lot like you can't believe it unless you actually see it. So I want to get fucking GoPros facing that side, facing this way, that way, me, fucking the whole 9 yards, and just fucking go all out and just video the whole thing. It's going to be a lot of fucking editing, a lot of fucking putting shit together, but it'll be a fucking sight to see. Like I said, I watched a lot of fucking shit like that because, I've already experienced a lot of the shit that I watch because a lot of them, like I said, they start out from the beginning when they get their license and their whole journey and going through it, shit, and whatnot. And it's just there's certain things that I find fascinating and kind of dumb at the same time, and fucking like, for another instance would be like, okay, lease purchasing shit, lease purchasing a fucking truck, right? I don't give a fuck what anybody tells you. You are not a fucking owner operator if you do a lease purchase program. You're just a glorified fucking driver. Because the biggest factor in that is you have to be able to experience not only gain but loss as well. As a lease operator, you're not experiencing fucking loss because you can walk away from that bitch at any given moment you want to, and you buy the fucking vehicle from a dealership. You are now married to that bitch for however long it takes you to pay it off. There is no, oh, you can just give it back and walk away. No, You sign that fucking dotted line, it's yours. It's yours till it's paid for, or you just get totally fucked. That's experience loss, you know. So, there's a big thing about that. And now, what's funny to me, and I laugh about this shit all the time because, yeah, I hear you, man. I'm burnt out too, man. I'm busting my ass too, man. Um, Now, apparently, the state of California has made it illegal to be a lease operator in the fucking state of California because the Supreme Court ruled it. It's such as, and it's AB5. You look it up and it explains the whole thing. So all these fucking wannabe owner operators out here that want to claim I own my own truck, blah blah blah. Let's see what you're gonna do now because it might only be in California right now, but I guarantee you, just like everything else California does, the rest of the country eventually tries to mimic it. So it's going to spread. And as of just alone with California, they're talking like 70,000, and I've even heard upwards even bigger than that, of these so-called police operators that are going to be either forced to go to a company and work, or they're going to be forced to get their own authority. Which, well, it is what it is. What's up, Big Red? Tell the missus I said hello to you. And, like, there's this one guy I watched, okay? He went to one of these big companies. It's called Prime. It's a fucking starter company. It's all they've ever been. That's what they do, okay? And I first came across this guy, and he had a video. Look at my 2022 Freightliner Cascadia. He had a fancy fucking paint job, a baby blue with fucking platinum and black, all this shit on his truck. Like, he put all this stuff on his truck, all these decals, all this shit. Even on the inside, he put a fucking 43-inch TV in the bitch and fucking, was all happy and a pig and shit. And then I scroll up a little bit to like a few months, like 7 months later, and he's, why, I think it's about time I quit Prime Inc. or why did I make the right decision going with JB Hunt versus that? So I click on that and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I just thought he just got, because I just caught on to this guy. So now he's over at fucking JB Hunt, and yeah, he's making money. He's making money, but see, he did a whole different thing. He went through a company called SFI, which is basically Snyder fucking thing. But the way they do the program is, I believe, is legit. Okay, but he's still leased onto this new company. He's not an owner operator. He's leased to somebody else's authority. And again, going back to that, you have to experience loss and gain to be considered an actual owner operator. Okay, and again, he hasn't responded yet. I posted in his comments. I was like, so what are all you want to be owner lease operators going to do now that AB5 is out there? And it is now, because he was bragging, because he was like, yeah, man, the California runs, man. You go out there to California, I don't bust my ass. Like, every weekend I'm off, no matter where I'm at. You go out to California, I'm at some good paying loads and this and that. I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, they are. There ain't gonna be no more, because your ass ain't gonna be allowed to go in there because you don't have your own fucking authority. You have to have your own authority in order to be able to go and do California, or you have to be a company driver. Which, in my opinion, from what I'm gathering, is what's going to happen is when, and I believe it's already kicked into gear. Is what's going to happen is now they're going to be getting all these bigger companies that have company people are going to be going there. Even a lot of people that don't want to go there, they're going to have to go there because California needs their shit too, and they got to ship their shit out, obviously. Food products, all that other crap. And So now they're going to be sending all that, and the rates are going to go fucking through the roof because a lot of people don't like going to California because it doesn't pay, and it's just bullshit. So I think more and more company people are going to like going there now, and blah blah blah. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I've been watching this thing closely because at one point in time, I had my own truck from 2000 and I want to say 2008 or 9 all the way up to 2011, 2012, or somewhere around there. And the fuel killed my ass. The fuel at that time, the fucking, what you call it, crash then, too. Like, fuel was sky high, and I was just like, fuck it. Why would I do this when I can make the same amount of fucking money? And somebody else has all the fucking headaches, right? So, fuck it. Let them do that. Do it that way. And everything. So, it's going to be interesting for me to follow and watch that. I'll be doing like a lot of opinion videos on certain aspects of the industry that I've been through and what I'm seeing today and what I'm seeing now. Like, I bet a lot of you don't even know. They want to put 18-year-old fucking kids in fucking, like 18-year-olds in a fucking 80,000 pound vehicle and let them go across fucking state lines. Literally. Let them just fucking go all over. Like, I don't think so. No, I can't have a board with it. And it's because this whole, like they say, driver shortage, which is bullshit. There's more fucking trucks on this road than ever before in the 20 plus fucking years I've been doing this shit already. 22 years, 21, 22 years now. Like, there is no such fucking thing as a driver. What it is a shortage of fucking people that actually pay a driver what the fuck they should be getting paid. That's where the problem is. But none of them want to fucking call it out. None of them want to fucking say it. None of them want to say the fucking truth. They don't. And it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Like, hey, insurance is just, it's insurance. It's pretty much where it is. I mean, it's high. I would agree that it's high. But it's not like, what's through the roof right now is the fucking fuel. That's what the big him-haw about in this industry is the fucking fuel, because diesel is a fucking byproduct of gasoline. It's the garbage after gasoline is made. Back in the day, diesel was cheap as fuck. Gasoline was higher. Now, diesel's through the fucking roof, and gasoline is cheap. That's completely fucking backwards. It's like you're gonna go and pay dirt cheap for filet mignon, but yeah, you're gonna go pay fucking top dollar for a fucking meatloaf. It's completely fucking backwards. It's stupid. It's because they know. It's because they know what they have here, what they're doing here. I don't want to get into the whole fucking Green New Deal and all that green bullshit. It's fucking stupid. They want us to be in electric fucking trucks, which we don't have the infrastructure for it. We're way too early for that. And then now they want us to go to nitrogen. They want nitrogen powered trucks and shit, CNG and shit like that. But I could see that type of shit for local shit, but not road. There's no fucking way. You wouldn't have the fucking resources, the fucking money, or any of that to put the amount of fucking stations to do that, to fill the amount of road trucks that are out here. There's just not enough fucking room. That alone, the room is what would be stopping the shit. Let alone fucking money and shit. But yeah, it's just stupid. Like, a lot of people, want to sit there and bitch about, like, the price of things in the stores and everything, but they don't fucking realize that, they don't realize how it's getting that high. That's not them just, oh, we're gonna market the price like the Wally Worlds and the fucking Targets and the fucking, they're not just marking up the price for the hell of it. They're marking it up because they have to, because stupid companies like that want to charge somebody like me anywhere from fucking $160 all the way up to $500 to take their own shit off of my truck. Like, it's fucking stupid. They literally do that. And the company has to come up fork that money up front end. So what they're going to do is they're going to take that $160 to $500 what they call lumper fee, basically the person to take the shit off your truck, that fee, and they're going to put it on the fucking, they're going to charge the person they hauled the shit for. So that person's going to raise the fucking price of their product so that Tarjay and Wally World got to pay even more to pick that shit up to put in their stores. And then, so they make money, they're going to up it too. Like it's a fucking circle, a vicious fucking circle. It really is. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. Like, it's not just one side of the whole spectrum that's why shit's going up. There's multiple factors in it. And it starts from the very back and goes all the way to the fucking front and around and around. And that's why we're fucking paying what we're paying. Besides, we want to get into inflation bullshit. But I guess you can factor the high price of shit with what it costs to ship shit now and all that into it, and the price of diesel being that's part of inflation, I guess. I mean, fucking crazy, man. But that's just part of the deal, man. That's just how it is. And a lot of people that, work their 9-to-5 jobs and go home, party on the weekend, do family things on the weekend, go on vacation, they don't understand that shit. A lot of them think that the shit just appears on the shelf at Wally World and Tarjay and don't really think about, well, how the fuck did it get there? Or do they really give a fuck how it got there? To be honest with you, they just know they want it there, so when they want to go get more of it, they can go get more of it. But it's not that easy, Like going into Wally World and going into seeing shelves with like less meat on like hamburger meat or fucking pork chops or shit like that, and bare spots on the shelves. And it's not that the shit's not available or not there. It's the cost of it, and like it's crazy. It's crazy. But like right now, I don't have now, but I had a full fucking 53-foot trailer full of like 42,000 pounds of fucking pork. Like, that's a lot of fucking pork, man. It's a lot of pork. That's all that wouldn't go on one fucking store either. It goes to a bunch of stores. So like the chicken, the beef, and it's there. It's just it costs more to produce the shit. Because everything keeps getting raised up and everything's fucking crazy, man. Yeah, exactly, dude. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, man. It's fucking stupid, boy. It's fucking stupid. Like and like the the ones really making the money. It's not even like, say I take something to Wally World, right? They're not making that money. What it is they don't want to pay Wally World Tarjay don't want to pay their own employees to unload that shit. So what they do is they hire an outsourced company to come in there and go and they use this whole breakdown of fucking pallet. Like, you might bring 2 pallets to a store, and that pallet might get broke down into 20 fucking pallets. It's stupid the way they do it. It's highway fucking robbery. I mean, you can tell by the whole scenario and how they have to do it, how fucking stupid and ignorant it is. And what like Wally World will do is go see the lumper service. Okay, it's going to be $350 to unload your truck, right? Okay, and the $300 accounts for taking maybe, say they got 8 skids of product and breaking them down to 30 fucking skids. So they got these hands wearing vests. They go in the trailer. They pull the shit out. Then they sit there and take a box per box, stack it up on a fucking pallet, maybe 2 high, when the original skid you brought was like 6 high. So that's 1 skid out of 1. So now you got 2 skids, and so on and so forth, right? And it keeps doing it, keeps doing it, and then okay, and then if they gotta fix a pallet, if the pallet's broke, they got convenience fees. That's why this shit's like just to give them a check, it's a convenience fee of $4 when all they accept is fucking checks. It's like, excuse me, all you accept is checks. So how is that a fucking convenience? You won't take cash. You only take the checks. So, like, now they got you for an additional $4 that, what are you going to do? Right? You have to do it, or you can unload it yourself. The driver's not going to, you don't pay my ass to do it. And this is the biggest pet peeve of all that I hate with this fucking industry, is these companies will sit there and pay an outsourced company for, $160 to $500 to unload the shit. They won't pay the driver that. The driver, he gets $50. Like, I'll unload that shit every fucking time if you want to pay me $160 to $500. Shit, I get my fat ass out the truck. I get some exercise, and I get paid. They won't do that. They'll pay the lumper service. Won't pay the driver. Driver gets $50 if he's lucky for driver assist. Meanwhile, you're fucking unloading like 8 to 10 skids. And, by the time you get to the fucking truck, you're like, and fucking sweat pouring down your face. And fucking, it's just crazy. Fucking crazy. But that's the way it is, man. It's the way it is. There's a lot into shit, more than people think, as to why shit's expensive and how the shit gets on a shelf. Basically, what I'm basically coming down to is what I'm trying to explain. And your everyday fucking people don't realize it. They really don't. They have no fucking clue. Maybe if a lot more everyday people understood how this works, then they would be going to their fucking representatives and like, no, we can't have this bullshit. Or go to these big corporations and we fuck you. I'll go to mom and pop place and buy their shit. Because they're not going to sit there and charge a shit ton of fucking money for shit for no reason. Which a lot of your smaller places that you go to, they're happy to see your ass with their shit. They'll gladly take it off your truck. It might take a little bit of time, but they'll gladly take it off your truck. And don't even get me started on the time. Back in the day, I used to unload trucks. I'd get one fucking truck. I'd get that bitch unloaded in no more than 15 fucking minutes. Now that I'm in a truck and I'm going to these places, 2 hours, 3 hours. I think the most I've ever waited to get unloaded at a place was like literally 24 fucking hours. And that was because at the time I got there, they were doing inventory. So I had to sit there. I mean, I got paid for it. I got paid like, what I get paid, $25 an hour to sit on my ass for 24 hours. And which I think out of the 24 hours, I had to give like 2 hours or some shit like that. And the rest was mine. And I got paid that to sit on my ass, play. At the time, I had a PlayStation in my truck, so I lay there, play PlayStation. I had food come delivered to me, ate out. Then I said, fuck it, I want to go to a movie. I'm going to be there. If I'm going to be stuck here this long, I dropped my trailer, disconnect my trailer, and I drove my truck to the fucking movie theater. I went and saw a fucking movie. It was a good one. I don't remember what movie it was. Came back, relaxed a little bit, hooked everything back up, laid the fuck down, went to sleep. Next day, about middle of the day, it finally got me done. I'm done now. I can go. It was like, fuck, man. And that's the other thing. Like, the people that sit in these fucking trucks for all this crap at these places, we got to sit there for hours and hours and wait. And they're holding us up. And it's fucking nuts, man. It really is. It really is fucking insane. But yeah, that's the kind of shit that I'm going to do over there. And, you obviously got to see the drama side of me and got to see the fucking, the whole bait thing being this and that. But that side, that's going to be like the real side of me. That's going to be like the Joshua side of me, not trucking. And just, I'm going to go basically film what I do on a daily basis, where I go and shit like that. Probably get to see like crazy ass weather I'm going through. Fucking hell, I remember one time, this was years ago, I was coming across Interstate 80 and I had gotten into Iowa. This was like, I'd say maybe I'm going to say it's somewhere between 30 and 40 miles away from the world's largest truck stop, which is in Walcott, Iowa. They got like 500 fucking truck parking spots and shit. And I was sitting there driving. It was pouring down fucking rain. And then all of a sudden it just stopped. Just fucking stopped. It was calm as like no wind, no fucking rain. Calm as can fucking be. And at that point, that's when you need to worry. You're like, oh no, man. This is definitely fucking, this is shaky. This is crazy. And then all of a sudden, just the rain came down so fucking hard that you can literally see the wind in the direction it was blowing because it was raining so hard. Like the rain would show you the way the wind was going. I had a fucking car pass me, a little Corolla or some shit. It had one of them bike things that go in the trunk and you shut the trunk on it and it holds it into place. You have bikes on it. That fucking thing got ripped out of the trunk, flew right across my fucking windshield, right? And then just fucking missed. So I'm coming up across the bridge. And my shit's doing this, like back and forth, like damn near like it's going to tip the fuck over. I'm like, holy fuck. So I get by this underpass. I stopped the underpass because I know it would break up the wind. But then I'm thinking to myself, like, if this is a fucking tornado, I'm going to be fucked. I don't need to be sitting here. I need to fucking go. Well, come to find out, I got about maybe 5 miles from that truck stop, and then it just stopped. And it was blue skies, sunny, everything was wet, but it was just done. I pulled into the fucking truck stop, went inside, sat down, was getting something to eat. They happened to have the weather on. I looked at the weather. Basically, I'm going east. So I had a tornado north side of the highway from me and south side of the highway from me. And I was in between both of them. I had no fucking clue the whole fucking time. One of them fuckers could have said, fuck it, I'm going to go south from the north or go north from the south. I'd have been fucked. I had no fucking clue. I was like, holy shit. You want to talk about fucking surprise, man. Woo. That was fucking insane. That was insane. One of the insane things happened to me. Then I had one other weather experience. I was coming down Interstate 65 through Kentucky. I just got into fucking Tennessee. And I just came up, you come up this hill right before you get in the city of Nashville. And like right up this top of this hill where you can see what we call Nashville, but it's also called Cashville, Crashville, whatever the fuck you want to call it. If you're from there, And then if you're from there, they got this famous, it's an AT&T building. We call it the Bat Building because it looks like Batman's fucking head with the fucking spikes. And I got just to the top of this fucking hill, and my fucking truck was rocking. Like I pulled right over to the fucking shoulder road, and I called my dad up. I'm sitting there with both hands on the fucking wheel, just talking to my dad, just trying to, keep my mind off what's about to fucking happen. I'm about to go for a fucking ride up in the air in a big ass vehicle. And all I can do is just hold on and just talk, keep my mind off of that shit. And then all of a sudden, it just stopped. Calm as could be, blue skies, like none ever happened. But I thought I was going to kiss my ass goodbye at that point. Luckily, it didn't happen. I'm sure there was a lot of people I never wish it would have happened. It didn't happen. I'm still here. But, yeah, man, it was intense. Insane. Like that was the second time that I've come close in some weather. Like it's like holy shit. But like I remember back way back, I want to say a Dallas area, just east of Dallas, Texas. A fucking massive tornado came through there, and I literally just got out of there, and it came down. It was throwing fucking trailers, big semi trailers, like there were toothpicks all the way up in the air, all over the fucking place. Like I saw the aftermath video of it. And I was like, I just fucking got through there. I was like, holy shit, that's like it's like three close calls, people, three of them, and everything. So hopefully I'll be able to get like some, shit like that. Different seasons of weather and fucking, just type of shit like that. Like what I really see on on a day that I see, like the real shit. And whatnot. Yeah, man. That's what I've been up to lately. Just busting my ass, man, making that paper, man. Enjoying, and I'm enjoying it too. Like I'm back more into it, and I'm loving it. I'm making a lot more paper than I was used to. Even though back then it was okay what I made, but I'm, I'm doing it, and yeah, fucking, it's great, man. It's good. Life is good. Simple as that. Life is good, man. Just like you see on the wheel cover on the Jeeps that go by. Life is good. That's all I can say. But yeah, man. Oh shit. Well, I hear you, dude. I hear you, man. Working a lot. Right there, Mitch. I mean, I'm burnt out, but at the same time, like I'm enjoying myself again doing it. Like, not like when I first started doing it and everything was like brand fucking new, but I'm enjoying myself now. Now that I got my like, I don't know if I said in a video back a little while ago, like when I wasn't working or whatever. Like I'm just waiting. I was staying where I was staying until my record gets clear. My record is spotless now, man. Driving record is fucking tip top, man. So I could pretty much, and that's why for a whole month I was pretty much out of work because I wasn't gonna just jump in. I could have had a job the next fucking day, but I'm not. I wasn't just gonna jump into any fucking thing that I could get because I at this point feel like no, I deserve with the experience that I fucking have and how I'm doing. I can go where the fuck I want to go, and I said, fuck it, I'll take some time off, man. It sucked that I lost my job. Of course, I was a little disappointed because I put 3 fucking years with it. But at the end of the day, like I can pretty much go wherever the fuck I want. And I said, fuck it, I'm gonna take me a month off or so and just chill. All my bills were paid up in advance. Everything was good, so why not? Why the fuck just jump on any fucking thing? I was like, yeah, fucking, it's good though. Nice mini vacation, and I got to work. Definitely, it's good, man. Been good. Like, I don't know how to fucking describe how it's been for me this past, I don't know how many fucking months. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but it's been fucking great, man. And I guess the biggest thing for me, it's been fucking peaceful. Literally peaceful, stress free, and enjoyable. I used to not be able to say it. Enjoyable, fucking peaceful, quiet, and I don't know. I didn't realize how good peaceful and quiet could be. And like I just I thought, oh, that's fucking boring. No, it's not, man. It's fucking wonderful. It is great. Fucking great. Oh, and the fact that the two biggest factors for me are the fact that I work a lot less, and I get to be at home a lot more, but I make more fucking money. Like that's those three things. Just fucking do it. Just do it, man. And I'm actually thinking, I'm waiting to see how things go. But I'm actually probably gonna. I think I'm probably gonna get my own truck again, man. Now that I know what I know, now that I know what I know now, and I know what to do and what not to do, I could I could honestly get my own truck again, go into business for myself. But no, I'm not doing that lease shit. Fuck that. Ooh, I know better than that dumb shit. You know, the biggest another pet peeve with me, and I was listening to this guy on another video. He goes by Biggin Trucking or something like that on YouTube, and he explains or he explains the place that he went through to get a vehicle, and then he explains a lot of things beforehand about what's going to come up and things like that. He addresses the shit before he even goes in this video, and the dude makes a lot of fucking sense. And one of the biggest things that, and I've heard this before, but one of the things that stuck with me is, if the juice is worth the squeeze type of thing. I like that. I don't know why I like that saying, but I do. But he, a lot of people that are, and this even goes for like people in this community, and a lot of people are quick to, a lot of people that are able to do things or have a hand up on things are real quick to criticize those that can't do things a certain way that they can do them. But the thing is like in this instance of what I'm talking about, like getting a truck, buying a truck, and doing your own thing is the main thing that a lot of people say. Oh, you're dumb if you go and lease a truck or do this, but they don't think of it on the flip side. Yeah, they were able to go to a bank, go to a bank, and then go to a dealership and get a truck out of the dealership. But banks and dealerships can't do for you like certain places, like for instance SFI, which is Snyder Financial. Like it's basically Snyder Transportation, same fucking thing. Like, say you go to the bank, they approve you. You go to a fucking, first of all, to go to a dealership and get a truck, you got to have a lot of fucking business credit already. You got to have a lot of clout business credit already before they even think about doing that with you anyway. That's number one. Number two is like you go to the bank, go to dealer, you pick out this flashy ass truck, this truck that you want. It's like five or 379 Peterbilt, large car with a fucking 6 1/4 cat, 18 speed. Could do triple digits down the fucking road with the smokestacks and all. The Billy Big Rigger badass motherfucker with the tight ass fucking nut hugging jeans and the fucking belt buckle the size of a fucking dinner plate and a cowboy hat, because apparently you're not a driver if you don't wear that shit. But anyway, what they don't understand is, or they don't even think about, which you think they're smart, but you're kind of like, I don't know if you really are. If you think about, like, listen to what this guy says, is, say for instance, going back to what I was going to say, I'm all over the place, sorry, but you go to the fucking bank, you go to Peterbilt, you get yourself a fucking brand new fucking shiny ass, comb the fuck out to the nines, everything. You're like, yeah, okay, you sign that dotted line. You just signed your fucking life away, period. And you signed your life away to a truck that's probably about $250,000, 250,000. Okay, you basically got a house and a vehicle. Even more than that, depending on the shit you get on it, right? And so now you're stuck. You are married to that son of a bitch. Period. There's no getting out of it. If you can't handle it, or you are stuck with that motherfucker. And if you don't, your credit's going to get fucked. Now, obviously, at this point, you got top of the line fucking credit because, like I said earlier, you're not going to just walk in there, yeah, let me get a truck. No, you got to have fucking business clout. You got to have business credit before they'll even look at you. Okay? So it's a lot harder to do it. A lot of people don't have that ability, that leg up. They don't have the excellence. They don't have another business that they used to do, so they had business credit or, whatever the case may be. Okay? So those people frown on other people going to get a truck through the leasing point. Okay? But to go back to my point, it's a long one, I'm sorry, but it is. As an example, SFI. Okay? Snyder Financial, whatever. You lease a truck through them, right? Say you break a leg or something. You're going to be out of 6 weeks. You got to recover. You got the cast. You can't obviously drive your truck, but your truck still has to get paid for, whatever the payments may be. That could be $900 a week. It could be $2,000 a week. Whatever the case may be. Depends on how old or how new of a truck you got. Obviously, 6 weeks you're going to be out. That truck payment's got to be paid. Well, as an example, at like SFI, they can defer your fucking payments to however long it's going to take you to get better to the end of your loan. You're covered. You go to that flashy fucking Peterbilt dealership with your fucking fancy, flashy credit and your fucking big down payment. You break your fucking leg for 6 weeks. That truck payment better be fucking paid one way or the other, or you're just fucked. You can't do that type of shit when you go get a truck like that straight from the fucking dealership. So there's benefits, obviously, to getting a truck that way, whereas going straight to a fucking bank, you're fucked if you do it. If you get hurt, you can't drive anymore, especially if you get told from here on out you can no longer drive a truck and you just got a truck. Sure, you better find a way to pay for that, motherfucker. You better go get your own authority, which costs money. You're going to have to pay at that point for your own base plates and tags. That costs money. You got a fucking $550 heavy highway use tax. That's every year. So much money. Now, you got your own authority. You got to find your own fucking loads. You got to try to butter up and kiss booty to these shippers to try to, get them to get you loads and get your own customer base. You're going to have to do that with a broken fucking leg because if you don't pay that truck, you don't pay that truck payment, you're fucked, man. So there's a lot of different, and I used to be one of those people. I had to fucking lease a truck. That's just stupid. Blah 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 blah. But I watched this guy, somebody I'd never even fucking watched before, never even knew. I listened to what he had to say. He made fucking great sense. So I got a whole other outlook on it now. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, definitely do, definitely, man. It's every fucking day, man. It is what it is. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Jennifer. Lease to own. That's leasing, like the SFI company I mentioned. That's one of the ways you can do it. See, there's what I don't like and what I think is fucking stupid. Where I'm negative when it comes to leasing is when you go to a fucking trucking company like Primey, like Warner, like fucking some of them stupid ass flatbed companies out there. First of all, you lease a truck to buy, okay? Your payments are, if it's a new truck, going to be like $2,600 a week, which is fucking ridiculous. They pay all your base plates, your tags, and you get a fuel discount with them. But even though you're paying for the fuel, you're paying the truck payment, they tell you how fast your shit can go. Okay? they regulate you to determine whether or not you're going to be able to make the payment on a fucking truck. You piss them off, you're not going to run. You still got to make the payments. You're going to be in a negative now. That's what I'm talking about. Leasing a fucking truck through a company is garbage. If you want to lease a truck to own, the best places to go, like Lone Mountain Truck Sales, that's an excellent fucking program they have. And you can take that truck to whomever the fuck you want. That, to me, is a prime lease thing when it comes to leasing to own or purchase a vehicle. Go to a place where you can take your truck to any fucking company you want to go to. You're not just stuck with one company. If you tell me you work for fucking Milton Truck Lines or fucking, I don't know, fucking Wiley, whatever the fuck it is, or one of the fucking companies, or fucking Western Express, you tell me you're leasing a truck to one of them, you are a glorified fucking company driver. Okay? And I just told you why. Number one, they govern your fucking truck, even though you pay for the fuel, you pay for the insurance on it, and you pay for the fucking, the payment on it. You are not an owner-operator if you don't pay those things. These companies can tell you, I'm afraid, you are not an owner-operator. These companies can tell your ass what to do with your speed of your truck. You are not an owner-operator. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. They're full of fucking shit. They're in dreamland, and they're just not thinking straight. Like, straight the fuck up. They're not. I know plenty of people who think they're out there building bigger badasses, working for mega carriers, leasing fucking trucks, and thinking you're not an owner-operator, dude. Unless you can experience loss and gain, you are not an owner-operator. Okay? Like, prime example of why I believe going through Lone Mountain Truck Sales or like SFI is the way to go if you cannot come up with a big chunk of money, you don't have good business credit, and if you're more of still an owner-operator than leasing from a fucking company. It's the sole fact that when you go to SFI, number one, there's a waiting list because it's that good of a place. You call them up. You do an interview on the phone, right? Then eventually you get brought in. They go over. You have to have a business plan to take with you and explain it to them. Okay? If you don't have a business plan, they are not going to give you a truck. And your payment, your down payment can be, obviously depending upon your credit, anywhere from $500 to $10,000 down, right? You only get two choices. You get basic truck or you get premium truck. Obviously, you can tell the difference between the two by the label I just gave you. Okay? And depending on what you choose of those, are going to determine what your fucking monthly, your weekly payments are. Okay? So there's that. Then you have to have a business plan. You have to present to these people a business plan. If you don't have one, you are not going to get a truck. Those things I just mentioned there seem a lot more legit than going to, let me go to fucking Wiley Snyder or fucking Milton Truck Lines or fucking Maverick or fucking fucking JB Hood or fucking Warner. I'm gonna lease a truck. No. Nope. So yeah, there's plenty of things to look at. Yes, you can. That's what I'm talking about. Leasing to own a rig. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate the few of you watching the shit. It was awesome to hang out. I just want to come on here. I just felt like chit chat, just shooting the shit, spewing out of my mouth. Thank you to you for watching it and appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up if you want to. Give it a thumbs down. I don't care. It was cool. I had fun. So yeah, that's where I've been. That's what I've been up to. That's what I've been doing. You know, the whole 9 yards. case if you're wondering or you're creeping, whatever the case may be. Yeah, here's what it is. Take a motherfucking drink. But I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Relax, chillax, watch a movie, hang out, maybe grab me a midnight snack or something. Dawn and yeah. Oh, I can, man. I will. Trust me. It's what it is. Like I said, man. Like you, I just been busy as fuck, dude. Like busy as a fucking bee, man. Just running, man. All I have time to do is drive, then sleep, then get up, drive some more, then sleep, then get up and just barely find time to fucking fit eating in there. You know, because they've been running my ass ragged, man. But I'm loving it, making fucking money, boy, making money. But y'all have a wonderful rest of your week and shit. I'll catch up with you guys another time. Y'all have fun, man. Have a good one. Later.